This is Valley News Live at 6.
Thanks for joining us here on Valley News Live at 6. I'm Reed Gregory.
And I'm Zoe Jones. Drecker Brewing's Brewhalla opened today, bringing in excitement that many people here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, but especially for small business owners.
Now housed within the establishment are 14 local businesses who are getting the opportunity to spread their brand awareness. And for places like Nicole's Fine Pastry and Cafe, they've been busy all day long with customers old and new.
There's such a great community in Fargo-Moorhead, and this is it. You can feel it. It's super palpable. Everyone just feels really friendly. Everyone's really happy. And so it's really awesome to be a part, almost a coalition of all of these small businesses working together like this. This is really cool.
And despite the cold temperatures, people still got out today to celebrate the 26th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Now, the parade was delayed due to a snowstorm last week, but that didn't stop the Fargo-Moorhead area from getting dressed up in green today.
All right, let's check in with First Alert Storm Team's Jim Gash on what it's like outside. Jim?
Well, outside it's much calmer and much nicer than it has been the past couple of days. We're taking a look down in Hankinson, where we're still seeing some fairly breezy conditions blowing those flags all around, but there is not a cloud in the sky down there or anywhere else. For a matter of fact, we had one cloud move through the area here in Fargo today, and that was about it as we moved through the afternoon. Those clear skies reigned, and those winds, though, they're still a little bit breezy, nothing like we've seen the past couple of days. Most of those winds are out of the northwest, blowing at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Most places just a tick under that 20-mile-an-hour mark. It's a little bit breezier down in Lakes Country, and those temperatures across the area are quite chilly for us this time of year. We're still sitting in those teens. Some places in the east are holding on to those 20s as hard as they can, and those wind chills are pretty chilly as well. Most of those places are sitting on both sides of zero in the single digits, and despite these chilly temperatures, it actually feels quite warm out there thanks to that sun angle. The sun is very strong. In fact, it's as strong as it would be in the end of September. So we should see our temperatures start to improve as we move later on in the month of March and into spring. Now, here in Fargo, we're going to continue seeing those temperatures decrease into the single digits as we move overnight. In fact, we're going to see some clouds move in later on as we move closer toward morning. Now, guys, I'll have more information on what we can expect as we move into tomorrow with a little bit of a cold front moving through the area.
Alrighty, Jim, thank you. Well, former President Donald Trump says illegal leaks indicate that he will be arrested on Tuesday.
He is now calling on supporters to protest.
In posts on his social media platform, Truth Social, today he referenced reports that he could soon face possible criminal charges in New York relating to a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
NBC News reported Friday that law enforcement agencies are prepping for a possible Trump indictment as early as next week. However, no charges from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office have been filed.
Now, Trump did not say whether he had been informed by law enforcement of a coming indictment. The former president, who is seeking another term on the Republican ballot, has now denied any wrongdoing and said he has no plans to drop out of the race.
Trump also set out a fundraising email on Saturday urging supporters to donate to his campaign. Also, recalled eye drops have been linked to dozens of dangerous infections and at least one death.
Now, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention identified 68 patients in 16 states with infections from Global Pharma Healthcare's artificial tears lubricant eye drops. Now, the artificial tears were first recalled in February.
According to the CDC, patients were infected by a rare strain of drug-resistant bacteria never before reported in the United States. 8 patients reported losing vision, 4 had to have eyeballs surgically removed, and unfortunately one person has died.
Now, the CDC says anyone who has used the artificial tears and has any signs of an eye infection should seek medical care immediately. Now, those symptoms include discharge from the eye pain or discomfort, and increased light sensitivity as well as blurry vision. And due to multiple upsets, there are now believed to be no perfect bracket entries left in March Madness bracket tournaments across the nation.
There were still around 700 unblemished heading into Friday's action. However, according to CBS Sports, Yahoo Sports, and ESPN, those brackets were ruined.
Now, the final nail in the coffin was that Purdue lost to their 16-seeded opponent, Farley Dickinson, and, well, that officially finished off the rest of those would-be perfect entries. And it's hard to pick the best part of this next story. A family from right here in North Dakota goes fishing in Florida and is shocked to reel in, well, something they didn't expect.
A great white shark. The kids on board became adorably excited, and the family doesn't have to just catch a massive carnivore. They also got it all on camera.
Lynn Martinez has our story.
What do you think?
Best day ever.
The best day ever is how this little guy is describing this incredible fishing adventure. He and his family were out on the water in Fort Lauderdale when they nabbed a great white shark.
Here he is. 100 by 50.
The family, who's from North Dakota, says it came to South Florida for an exciting fishing trip. So they booked a shark fishing adventure with Good Hit Sport Fishing. But they had no idea how eventful this trip would become. Well, in the fight to catch another fish, one of the men say they felt a great tug on their fishing line.
All of a sudden, when it hit the one rod, it just hit it and it took off. So we knew something was big.
The shark was so big, it took all three men to reel in the big guy.
We were alternating turns left and right. Probably, 20, 30 cranks, and then the next guy was on.
After about 40 minutes of tugging and pulling, they were finally able to reel in the big guy. A catch like this is extremely rare in South Florida, they say. In fact, it wasn't until they saw the reaction from the boat captain that they knew how special the capture was.
I've been doing this 20 years full-time as a captain, and that's the second one that I've landed. The last one was about 15 years ago.
With that in mind, everybody decided to keep this memory forever by snapping a couple of pictures and videos before letting him go. And the kids decided to give this large fish a cool name to remember him by.
We named it Koufax Crusher.
Now, they tagged Koufax Crusher before setting the shark free. Good Hit Sport Fishing says that is standard protocol.
And later on Valley News Live at 6, the maker of a popular powdered infant formula is recalling one of its products. We'll tell you more after the break.
And we are now tied for fourth with our longest streak of temperatures below 40 degrees. And we're gonna see those temperatures stay below 40 for some time. Our normal high at this point in the year is 37 degrees, and we're staying below normal for the foreseeable future. So we might even hit number 2 on that list. I'll have details next.